Rob Longley of the Toronto Sun here with Steve Simmons at the Air Canada Centre after an amazing, entertaining night of hockey that set up the greatest thing in sports, really. Game 7 between the Bruins and the Maple Leafs tomorrow. The Leafs were 2-1 winners tonight. And where to start, Steve? Great night by Phil Kessel. Great night, redemptive night by Captain Dion Phaneuf, and another brilliant night from James Reimer.
You know, the oldest cliche in hockey, and it's so true come playoff time, is your best players better be your best players. So what happened here tonight? Reimer, again, exceptional in goal. Kessel with his third goal of the series, scoring 3 in 6 games, just terrific play from him again. James Van Riemsdyk with a great blind backhand pass on one of the goals. Nazem Kadri finally came alive in the playoff series, and Dion Phaneuf beleaguered after the giveaway at home in overtime and really kind of looking beat up a little bit in Game 5, came back with a huge first goal on a deflection off a Kadri shot. The best Leafs were the best Leafs, and the best Boston Bruins were not.
You know what I liked about the Phaneuf goal, too, is he stayed true to himself. Obviously, the pinch in the overtime game was a terrible move, but it was just the aggressive nature of the way he is. Now, if he was really bothered by that and was affected by it, there's no way he would have gone to the net when he saw Nazem Kadri sort of straddling on the blue line with the puck. But he went there, and he did what he works on at the end of practice. We've seen him do it all year. He loves to work on those tip drills because as a junior, he used to get power play time as a forward. Sure enough, Kadri gets the puck to the net. Sure enough, he gets a stick on it. Sure enough, the Leafs get a 1-0 lead.
I want to go back to Kadri for a minute because Tyler Bozak, who is clearly Randy Carlyle's center of choice, did not play because of injury. And so Kadri is pulled in to play a bigger role. And what was the coach saying yesterday? He doesn't like the fact that Kadri he goes east-west too often, and he doesn't go north-south often enough, and he wants him to change that. Well, Kadri went east-west today, and that east-west movement basically set up Phaneuf for the tip that led to the goal that really changed the night.
You know, I'll be honest with you, too. I can't count the number of times in this series I've leaned over to you or our other colleagues and said, is Kadri even playing tonight? You hardly even notice him. Second period tonight, you really sensed that he was getting his feet under him. He had a couple of good chances in the second, carried that on into the third, and basically set up the big goal.
And when you know, not just set up the big goal, but played a huge part without getting a point in the winning goal. And, one thing Kadri's not known for is winning faceoffs. So there he is taking a faceoff against Patrice Bergeron, who might be the best faceoff man in the NHL. This is a mismatch. Kadri wins the draw. The puck comes back to Cody Franzen. Within a second, bang, bang, it's to Kessel on the backhand side, and the Leafs are up 2-0, and that was the lead they needed to win the game.
Yeah, craziness, really. And you know what? We barely have time to breathe because they're going to go at it in Game 7, one game for the whole series. Tomorrow night at 7 back in Boston. The Bruins, incidentally, were attempting to get back tonight, but they had issues with their charter plane and are staying in Toronto. But as far as we know, the Leafs will make it into Boston and just try to get fresh and get ready for what promises to be another wild and entertaining night.
Kind of a symbolic ending, really, for the night for the Boston Bruins. They really didn't have their A game, and when they wanted to leave tonight, they couldn't. I think that symbolizes what's happened to this hockey team, Rob.
Yeah, well, that's it for us here tonight, Steve. Rob Longley, Steve Simmons from the Toronto Sun at the Air Canada Centre.